Why we wear masks. Have you ever laughed at a joke you didn't find funny, just to fit in? Have you ever hidden your true opinion because you feared people wouldn't like you? Have you ever felt exhausted after a social event, not because of people, but because you weren't really yourself the whole time? If so, you've worn a mask. And you're not alone. What are masks? Masks are the roles we play, the personas we adopt, the versions of ourselves we present to the world to feel accepted, safe, or admired. They can take many forms: the always successful mask, the always happy mask, the people-pleaser mask, the tough and strong mask. These masks are not inherently bad. Sometimes they protect us. Sometimes they help us survive. But over time, living behind them costs us our authenticity and our joy. Why do we wear masks? Fear of rejection. Deep down, many of us worry, if they see the real me, they won't love me. So we hide. Cultural and social pressure. From a young age, we're taught how to behave to fit in. Boys shouldn't cry. Girls shouldn't be too loud. Adults should always be composed. These messages shape the masks we wear. Desire for approval. We crave validation, from parents, teachers, peers, society. When we receive praise for a certain mask, we learn to keep it on. Avoiding vulnerability. Authenticity requires showing our imperfections. Masks cover them up. They let us feel safe, but at the cost of connection. The paradox of masks. We wear masks to be loved, but love given to a mask is not love for us. We may gain acceptance, but it's shallow. People connect with the mask, not with our real selves. That's why so many people feel lonely even in relationships, because they're not truly seen. Why authenticity takes courage. Taking off the mask feels risky. What if people don't like the real me? What if I'm rejected? What if I'm judged? But here's the deeper truth: authenticity is the path to freedom. The more you live aligned with who you are, the lighter you feel. And while not everyone may embrace your true self, those who do will love you for real, not for your performance. In this video, we'll explore why we wear masks and the hidden costs of keeping them on. Stories of people who found courage to live authentically. The psychological and emotional benefits of authenticity. Practical tools to start removing your masks and living as your true self. Because authenticity isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. And real is enough. The hidden costs of masks. At first, masks feel safe. They help us avoid criticism, rejection, and conflict. But over time, the costs pile up. 1. Emotional exhaustion. Pretending takes energy. When you constantly filter your words, hide your emotions, or perform a role, you burn out. That's why some people feel drained after social events. It's not introversion, it's inauthenticity. 2. Shallow relationships. Masks may earn you friends or followers, but those relationships lack depth. If you never show your true self, you can't feel truly known. And if you're not truly known, you can't feel truly loved. 3. Disconnection from self. When you wear masks long enough, you forget who you are underneath. You lose touch with your real desires, feelings, and values. Life becomes a performance rather than a genuine expression. 4. Anxiety and fear. Masks create constant fear of being found out. What if people see through me? What if they discover I'm not as perfect, happy, or confident as I seem? This fear can fuel anxiety, imposter syndrome, and self-doubt. 5. Missed potential. When you live behind a mask, you often choose safe paths rather than authentic ones. You make choices to maintain appearances instead of following your true calling. Dreams remain unfulfilled, talents stay hidden. Stories of masks. Jacob the performer, always the life of the party, always funny. Inside, Jacob battled depression. He feared showing sadness because people expected him to be entertaining. When he finally opened up to friends, he discovered they loved him for who he was, not just for the laughs. Naomi, the high achiever, Naomi always wore the mask of success, straight A student, career star. But behind closed doors, she felt empty. She realized her drive wasn't fueled by passion but by fear of being unloved if she failed. Marcus the Stoic, raised to believe real men don't cry, Marcus never showed vulnerability. His relationships stayed distant. Only when he shared his struggles openly did he begin to experience true intimacy. The illusion of safety masks promise safety, but it's an illusion. They may protect you from judgment, but they also block love. They may prevent rejection, but they also prevent connection. The irony is this: the very thing we long for, love, acceptance, belonging, only comes when we take off the mask. The benefits of being real. Story 1. The musician who found his voice. Ethan spent years trying to fit into the music industry, writing songs he thought people wanted to hear. His career stalled. One day, he wrote a song from his rawest pain and performed it honestly. To his surprise, it resonated deeply. The song went viral. By being authentic, Ethan found both success and fulfillment. Story 2. The teacher who dropped the act. Lily thought she had to be the perfect teacher, always composed, always in control. But it created distance with her students. One day, she admitted she was having a hard day. To her surprise, the students respected her honesty. It made her more relatable, not less. Story 3. The woman who stopped people pleasing for years. Anna said yes to everything: favors, extra work, social events. She thought it made her loved. Instead, she felt used and invisible. One day she began saying no. At first, some people pulled away. But those who stayed valued her real presence. For the first time, Anna felt truly seen. The benefits of authenticity: deeper connections. When you are real, you attract people who connect with the real you. Friendships and relationships become richer, based on truth rather than performance. Emotional freedom: no more pretending. No more double life. You feel lighter, freer, more at peace. Inner strength: authenticity builds resilience. When you're true to yourself, rejection stings less because you know you stood in your truth. Fulfillment: living authentically means following your own values, not society's script. That leads to a more meaningful, purposeful life. Why authenticity inspires others: when you show up as your real self, you give others permission to do the same. Authenticity is contagious. Your courage can spark courage in those around you. Practical tools to live authentically. Notice your masks. Start by asking, when do I feel like I'm performing? Journaling can reveal where you're not being real. Practice small acts of authenticity. Don't rip all masks off at once. Start small, share one honest opinion, admit when you don't know something, or express a real feeling. Set boundaries. Saying no is a powerful act of authenticity. Boundaries protect your true self from being buried under expectations. Spend time alone. Solitude helps you reconnect with who you really are, apart from roles and masks. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I feel? Seek safe relationships. Find people who value the real you. Share more of yourself with them. The right people won't punish your authenticity, they'll celebrate it. Challenge the fear of rejection. Remind yourself, rejection of a mask isn't a loss, it's clarity. It means that wasn't your tribe. Authenticity filters out the wrong connections and makes space for the right ones. Story: the courage to speak truth. Olivia always agreed with her friends to avoid conflict. One day, she dared to voice her true opinion. Some disagreed, but the world didn't collapse. In fact, one friend said, "I'm glad you're being honest." Olivia realized authenticity didn't destroy her relationships, it deepened them. Authenticity is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about showing up as you are, even if you're messy, even if you're unsure, even if not everyone approves. Yes, it takes courage to live without masks. Yes, some people may walk away when they see the real you. But here's the truth, if they leave because of your authenticity, they were never meant to stay. And the ones who remain will love you not for the image you created, but for the truth of who you are. Every time you choose authenticity over performance, you reclaim your freedom. Every time you speak your truth, you strengthen your voice. Every time you allow yourself to be seen, flaws, fears, and all, you give yourself the chance to be loved for real. And there's something even more powerful, when you live authentically, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage can spark courage. Your honesty can unlock honesty in others. Your willingness to be real can create spaces where others feel safe to be real too. That's how authenticity spreads, like a light in the dark. So this week, I invite you to practice authenticity in one brave way. Share a truth you've been holding back. Admit a struggle instead of pretending you're fine. Express your real feelings, even if your voice shakes. Remove one mask, even for a moment, and see how it feels. Because the love you long for, the belonging you crave, the peace you seek, they can never be found behind masks. They exist only on the other side of courage. And when you dare to live authentically, you won't just change your own life. You'll inspire others, deepen your relationships, and create a world where realness is valued more than perfection. So take the risk. Remove the mask. Step into your truth. Because the most beautiful version of you has always been the real one. If this message resonated with you, comment one word, authenticity. And in the next video, we'll explore finding balance, escaping the hustle trap without losing ambition,